Some seasons ask us to completely redefine who we are, and today's guest knows just what it means to walk away from something certain in an effort to build something entirely new. This is one of my best friends, Cassie Villalobos. Oh my gosh, this has been such a long time coming. This is the person who I've been wanting to interview.
No.
This is that girl. I think you have a lot of courage and you're rooted in a foundation that allows you to go wherever. You recently left your job to start your own business. How does this season feel different from the other big transitions you've had?
I feel like it's very intentional this time. So, I mean, some choices, as you know, were kind of out of my control, and this one is completely within my control. I planned all year to make this transition, and I'm so excited about it too. Like with others, it's been just scary and uncertain, and this I feel so self-aware and very familiar with myself at this point, where I'm growing my confidence day by day.
Is it empowering? It sounds empowering.
Yeah, I would say so.
Like you become more Cassandra with every step that you take.
Definitely.
Oh, cool. Just a little bit of background. You worked in hospitality?
Sales. So it was guest services at first. It was like dealing with the VIPs and any complaints that came my way, and then it transitioned to sales. I did filming for a bit and helping with the filming on site. So that was fun, but yeah, it was mostly in these last few years, strictly sales.
And then tell us what you just did, your leap of faith.
Oh yes, my leap of faith. So then I decided to quit the corporate life of sales, and I moved into my mindset and nervous system coaching business. So now we're doing that full time.
Where did that come to be? Did you always know you'd end up here?
I did not. I felt like, I think at 30, when we have our mini midlife crisis, I was like, what do? I just want to be happy and make money and do all the things. Like you say, you never work a day in your life when you do something that you love. So I was having one of those pivotal moments of trying to decide what I wanted to do. And I remember it was on a plane back from a work trip. And so I was just listening to podcasts and just immersing myself in all of the self-care I could do. And it just came to me. I think I did it strategically too, where I like wrote everything down. Okay, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? And how can you make that a living? So from that and all the podcasts that I've been listening to, I was inspired to try this out. And then from there, I think at 32, I started to do my certification course. So I did that all of last year, and it completed in July. And then from there, I just continued to build the business. So yeah.
You have such a finger on the pulse of what your people need, because Cassie will send me podcasts that I swear the whole thing is like, Taylor, this is for you. And I just feel like that's a skill too. Do you find podcasts based off of the need you're looking to fill, or you just have your people that you go to and you listen to every single one of their episodes?
I would say the need, because they label them too, which is great. Like they give you a quick summary, or I'll see, oh, this is another life coach. Like let me look, like Marie Forleo. I can't remember if she was on Jay Shetty or Diary of a CEO, but she was another life coach, and her episode was so good. Wow. And one of the topics was like, listen to your body when you're trying to make a decision, and if it feels contracted, and I made a video about this too, if it feels contracted, then that means like it's not your gut, it's not your calling, like listen to your body. But if it feels expanded, that more relates to excitement. And so stuff like that, I'm just like taking notes, and I would say, yeah, definitely through the topics that I gravitate towards. And then we're just so similar, so I'm like, I know Tay will love this too.
It's like nail on the head.
Yeah.
That's something I'm trying to get more in tune with, just because I feel like our compass really is internal. And if we quiet the noise enough to listen to that small voice, we already have it all figured out. I just never really, I've been so logical and so like A plus B equals C.
Yeah.
Until this period of my life, really, where it doesn't feel at all like, that's why I guess I'm learning how to hone in on that voice that's like guiding me, you know?
Yeah.
So before we go forward, we have to go back.
Okay.
What chapter of your life do you think prepared you most for the one that you're in now?
Yeah, I would say, well, I was thinking about this recently. Kind of what inspired it all was 2022. As you know, I was engaged. And from that, it didn't work out because our goals and our values weren't aligned. And so we decided to move our separate ways. But it was an 8-year relationship. And so I was kind of transitioning through that. And, you know, I like to post on Instagram and just like really lean on my community. So I was doing that just as I normally would. And I received a lot of positive feedback and just like, oh, this is very inspirational to see you do all of this. And so it brought me so much joy to know that I was an inspiration to other people in such a pivotal time of my life and high transition. So from there, I would say that's where my inspiration came from. And it was also kind of just leaning on God and letting him direct me, which is also, I think, listening to your gut at the same time. And so a collaboration of all of that, I would say, is really what prepared me for this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Posting things of inspiration like what? Just being real and raw with where you were, or hopeful quotes type of thing?
I would say, well, I started working out and I just really transitioned my life into what I wanted it to be. I wanted to be happy. I think it was just the idea of like I was working out and I was still a happy person, at least from the social media perspective. But I was still doing my best to be like authentically myself. And I think my friends and family were seeing that and becoming inspired from it. I know my fitness journey too. I think I've lost like 40 pounds after COVID. So that was inspiring to see, I'm sure. But yeah.
Was that part of it? Like a holistic approach to just feeling and being a better version of Cassie?
Yeah, I would say holistic is the perfect word. Yeah, definitely.
So the engagement then, I mean, obviously that's a huge turning point in your life, especially when you've been in an 8-year relationship. But to see what you've done with that, like, did it take a minute for your perspective to shift from maybe like, oh, this relationship failed, to now like what a catapult that was for your life?
No, I don't think I knew, because I remember I signed up for the marathon. And I was literally like 3 glasses of wine in.
Oh my God.
And I'm pretty sure it was like Thanksgiving, and I was with my sister, and I was just watching something, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. And yeah, so I don't think, maybe subconsciously I knew that this would only make me a better person and it would only help my health and all of that. But yes, I mean, I think there's parts of it where it was like clear and other parts of it where it's like,
let's hope this works.
Thankfully it did.
Yes, and it does.
Yeah.
It does. Sometimes it might take us a little bit longer
Yeah.
to find our footing, but it really does work out.
Yeah.
That's one thing I keep trying to tell myself.
Yes.
But like, if you look at the patterns of life and you look back, something that helps me, especially right now, is looking in the past. Like, God has carried me through every season of my life, no matter if it's filled with uncertainty or new challenges. Like, every single time I've come out a better person. So we can lean on that when we're going into our new abyss.
Yeah.
Would you say that's the moment that has changed you the most in your life, in your young 33 years of living?
I would say so. Yeah. I was really able to find myself in that moment. So, because you get so caught up in relationships, especially toxic ones. And so you become just a different version of yourself. And so, yeah, from that, I was just like, okay, let's be the best version of Cassie. And where is this going to take us? And it was very intentional from that point. So, yeah, I would say that added a lot of inspiration to the journey.
Is the best version of Cassie one whose body is healthy, mind is healthy, and then relationships are healthy? Are those your three?
Yeah, that's a great three.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm my happiest. Mind, body, health, and relationships. And relationships, I'm a Libra, so all about connection.
What are Libra? Tell me about Libras.
Yeah, Libras are all about, I would say, connection. They're big on like friendships and like looking their best, and fashion is one that's big to them, but they're also indecisive. They can be indecisive. But yeah, I think connection's a big one to Libra from what I read. I'm no expert.
I don't know anything. I love learning about it though, because it does always seem to like match the person.
Yeah, you're very Capricorn.
Yeah, that's the thing. But then people who just met me, when they, that's like a talking point for everybody. Like, what sign are you? Nobody can ever guess that I'm a Capricorn. It's only my people who know me are like, oh yeah, you're a Cap.
Yeah. But then when they get to know like your business mind and like your strategy, and you're so like high success. Yeah, you're the next Alex Cooper. Do not cut this out.
This is why you have to have good friends who believe in you. I wanted to ask you, what was the internal conversation like for you right before you finally decided to put in your 2 weeks? Because I know you were building up to that. Like all year you were kind of, planning.
Yeah.
But it is different, at least it was for me, when I was actually taking the leap. It's a little like you kind of got to give yourself a pep talk. Did you feel like that, or did you have more of a like, okay, I have this strategy and I'm ready?
No, just a lot of pep talks.
Yeah. That's what it takes.
I would say I asked for a lot of signs. And just signs that I wouldn't normally see, because I know they say, I think it's called like the red car theory, where you say, oh, I want a new red car, and you see it everywhere.
Right.
But mine was more so, I would love to see this. I haven't seen this in a really long time. Like one of them was a ladybug. So I asked God and the universe, and if this is my right decision, my right path, please show me a ladybug. And I found not so many, but
that is crazy.
It was interesting because I would see it from like my support system too. And I personally saw a ladybug flag on my commute to work, which is ironic because it's like leave. But
right,
yeah.
Right.
So I saw that, and then my partner, he sent me a picture of a ladybug that landed on his glasses.
Oh my God.
Crazy. And then one of my friends had also posted just randomly a ladybug on her story. So it was just like, okay, I hear you. And then whenever I feel like, okay, I need more reassurance, then I'll ask for another sign. And so that was kind of like my past year, is just asking, like communicating with God and the universe and saying, I need your support. Can you give me guidance? Can you give me reassurance? And I received it, thankfully. But it was just pep talk after pep talk of, okay, well, if you're not gonna take this leap, then what's gonna happen? You're gonna sit in regret. And that's personally one of my worst fears, is to have regret, because life is so short, and I don't want to be stuck in a job that I'm not happy with for another. I was there for 6 years, so yeah, there was no other option at that point.
Wow. Well, there was the option that a lot of people choose, is to stay comfortable.
Yeah.
But you did the opposite, which is why you're destined for success. But you do kind of have to, from what I've seen, you have to be willing to do that in order to be successful. Because the most successful people have all had these same leaps, where you're starting a business from the ground up. It's gonna feel hazy, but it's a requirement to building. And sure, some people do both, the 9 to 5, 5 to 9, but I don't know that it's possible to go all in the way that you have and still work for somebody else. It's the jobs are so draining.
Yeah, and my hour commute each way was like, oh my God, I'm losing so much time. And it was just a lot of these networking events I want to go to, they are during the day, so it was just, it made sense for me. But I know a lot of people who can successfully do that and stay with their job, and they are lucky to work remote or however it works. But I know for me, I needed to. And ideally, I would have had, things going smoothly before I make this transition. But I think this is just part of my journey, is to really get comfortable with the uncomfortable.
And trusting.
Yeah.
I love that you ask for signs and you receive the signs. That's so cool.
Yeah, feels like a direct line.
It is. It is. God is so much more accessible than we make him sometimes. Like, it's like he feels so far away, but I even say I like to combine the two, because God did set this universe, and I think that he put magic in it.
I love that.
Look at the way Sydney and I were talking about this on the phone the other day, because I'm like, there's magic everywhere you look. Look at how the moon controls the tide of the ocean.
Right.
That's not magic. That reminds me of The Omens, because there is somebody guiding you.
Yeah.
It's just you being aware of it.
Yeah, I was just thinking of that actually on my way over here, because I'm listening to this manifestation book, and I feel like a lot of people think it's woo-woo and all of that, but I think it's the perfect combination of magic and science.
Yes.
Because when you're rewiring your brain, it creates new neural pathways, which helps your life. So that's the science part, but it's also like you looking for the signs and like you creating the energy that the universe is receptive to. And so I think, there's magic everywhere.
Do you believe in that, where like what you think, what you call into your life, more of comes? So if you're positive and you're like, this is going to work out, everything's going to work out. Remember that tweet or something we were talking about, where it's like, look for all the, like, this is a sign it's working out for me. And it'll be like the most insignificant thing. The alarm went off.
Yeah.
To wake you up on time. Everything's working out for me.
Yeah.
Do you believe in that? Is it as simple as...
Oh, the lucky girl syndrome?
The lucky girl syndrome.
Yeah, definitely. I think... the more and more I'm reading about it and learning about it, it's the energy that you put out, you're going to get right back. And it's also just like gratitude, because it's forcing you to focus on the good. And it's just like, okay, show me how good it can get.
Yes.
And so, I definitely believe in that. And now I'm reading about... the book is called Beyond Wanting by Matt Cook, and it's incredible. You have to read it. But he's giving more science behind it, which is fascinating. And it's saying the energy, like you're attracting the energy. Once you put your mind into who you want to be, your body is scientifically attracting what you're going to receive.
That reminds me, because I didn't ask you, but I am curious. What was the environment you grew up in like, and how do you think it shaped you to today?
Okay, so my parents were great. They were strict with their first child, I would say, but as time went on, they kind of like loosened up a little bit more, and I noticed like, I have more freedom than the general public, I would say. But
like
it didn't
your curfew was later.
Well, it didn't seem like that at first, and I did have a curfew. But it was just a lot of family gatherings, so that's probably where my love for connection comes from.
In addition to Libra.
Yes, in addition to my astrological sign. But I would say just community was big to my family. I didn't always like to go to the family functions. It was kind of forced on me at a certain point, but now I kind of crave it. I crave my family functions, and I love the fun that comes from it. But they gave me a good foundation, I would say.
What changed from when you would dread the family gatherings to now you crave them?
Probably just age. When you realize your parents are just human, just like you. I think it happened more so in my early college years, when I was and then I could also just have a drink with them. That was cool, because it was just forbidden before. So
now you're an adult.
Yeah. And then I just saw them in a different light, which is fun. But it's just, and then not living with them, I think that made me miss them. It's
a big difference.
Yeah. And it's just distance makes the heart grow fonder, and you butt heads when you're in an enclosed space so often. So we definitely had our battles, but the distance definitely helped as well.
What kind of woman do you feel yourself becoming in this season?
Ooh, well, if I'll give you my manifestation version of who I will be, it's confident, it's powerful, but kind, massive heart, and just very inspirational, very very centered. I'm already receiving all of that in like little sprinkles, like the motivation to be those versions.
You are that. What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, I would love more confidence for sure.
Wouldn't we all?
Yeah.
I feel like the most confident person would say that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good way to look at it. But yeah, I'm almost there.
She's there. How have your definitions of success or happiness changed?
I think it used to be way more materialistic, I would say. It was like, okay, I want it to look perfect for sure. But I think it's definitely changed. I want to be, like you said, your mind, body, health, connections, I think you mentioned. I want all of that. And before, I think it was just like very by the book happy. Like I want to have that job which has stability, and I want it to just flow.
Right.
But if it flows and you're not happy, then is it happiness?
Maybe you're learning what's really important, the way that we all do at a certain age, where we think that we're tracing. I mean, because even people who say like, once they get to where they've been trying to get to, it's like, meow.
Yeah.
Okay, now what?
Yeah.
In terms of like success, your traditional success or ambition and goals, obviously it's good to have those and to chase after that. But a lot of the time, the most successful people, or like, I think there's an actor who I'm thinking of who said like, I spent my whole life trying to get to this certain point, and I got there and I was like, is this it?
Yeah.
So really what it's about is like the human connection, your relationships with others and with yourself.
Yeah.
And your impact, how you give back to this world instead of how we just take.
Yeah, exactly. And I think all those podcasts I'm listening to, that's it's crazy. I have a problem.
Do you listen every time you get in your car?
No, right now, I'd say that was last year podcast, but then I realized I have books on my Spotify too. So now it's all audiobooks. It's crazy. But the podcast, they'll do all these interviews, and it's a lot of the same thing. Is like, I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with like hitting that goal, and so I sold the company, and like now I'm trying to do this, and it's like, it's not always leading, money is not always leading to happiness. And then you see in rural countries how happy people are with just simplicity, and it's just like, it's really that easy.
That's so true. We overcomplicate things. I want to find the balance between the two, because I am happy in like the simplest things, watching the sunset.
Yeah.
But I do also offset that with like a stress to become.
Oh yeah.
And I'm trying to unlearn that, because it's like, where I think there's ambition is good to a point though. I'm like, where is all this need for achievement coming from? And why can't I just relax?
Yeah, it's important though, the positive stress. I was just learning about it in my class. But so, and even if you're in the elderly state, and what was it saying? No stress is worse than a little stress, basically.
Really?
Yeah, because you need that to grow. Like, your brain needs like little stressors to make you like new neural pathways and all of that. So it's coming from a good place. I say keep it, hold on to it, because those ambitions are just helping you
get to where I need to go.
Exactly.
Interesting. That's a different framework that helps me, because I'm like, as I heal from all the things, I'm like, does this still serve me? This need to achieve. And like, part of it is who I am. So I can look at it in through a positive lens, like you're saying, where it's like, this is a positive stressor.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then the rest of it can be like, okay, I'm still valuable. I still have worth, even if I'm not blank, you know?
Yeah, it's good to funnel it out. And
Yeah.
it's good that you're so self-aware that you're like, I don't need that one anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good though. It helps me like accept that part of it is going to stay and part of it is good.
Yeah.
If you could thank your past self for one brave choice she made, what would it be?
I'd say this one right now. I don't know where it's going, but I know it's not bad.
I love that.
Yeah. So literally leaving my stable job and my stable income to work in a field that I am so obsessed with. I would say I would be thanking her right now.
Do you have hope for the world and like society? Because you're in mental health and you're such a ball of light. Do you ever walk outside where there's so much sadness and negativity and feel depleted by it? Or do you feel like there's hope for us?
I'd say I'm an optimist at heart. And I do avoid the news as much as possible because it is so sad.
Doom and gloom.
Doom and gloom.
Doom and gloom.
Yeah, but I would say I have hope because, I mean, just a few years ago, I didn't even know about my mind and how to really like rewire it. And now I'm learning all of these things. And so no matter what is going on, I'm somebody who believes in everything happens for a reason. And so as awful as it is, like maybe we're meant to go through these things to like bring us closer or teach us something new, something. But I do have faith. I do have hope that things will come to light that need to come to light.
How do you rest in that belief that everything happens for a reason?
Experience. I've seen it just personally in my life a lot. But I think you can't realize that unless you look for the signs, unless you're open to receiving them. So I think I've trained myself to look for them, to look for the positive, and it's not without hard work, but I think that's where that comes from is just experience. Yeah.
And it's possible.
It's possible.
What are you learning to trust right now?
My gut.
I was going to say yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, my gut, myself. And just honestly, I'm really loving my meditation moments because it's just, I feel like a different person after.
What is that? What does that look like?
So I am just laying on the couch early in the morning before everybody wakes up. And I like to envision, so mine is basically like manifestation and visualization and prayer all in one. So I will like lay on the couch, get cozy, take my deep breaths and continue my deep breaths throughout the process. But my first step is to kind of like quiet my mind through my deep breaths. And from there, I'll go into, what's his, Big Sean. Big Sean name, he kind of like shared this, it's very random.
I didn't expect you to go that direction.
Like, baby girl, let me put you on. So he has this book and he's very enlightened and so, it's wild. His book is incredible.
Really?
But he was in an interview and he said that he imagines like these colorful lights around him and each one represents something different. So my lights are red is love. So I'm feeling so protected and loved by God and the universe and the magic and all of that. The next one is protection. So that's blue. So I envision like I'm being radiated with blue and that is just all the protection that I could ever need. Third is yellow, and it's light and joy and happiness. So I want to make sure that I am illuminating that throughout, no matter what circumstance.
Wow.
And 4 is orange, and that is healing. I want to make sure that all my wounds are being healed. And purple is creativity. I want to make sure all of my senses are open to be as creative as possible. And lastly, green is abundance. I want all the money to flow and all the good. And from there, I'll sit in those feelings for a while and feel like all the colors and all of the beauty from that. And then I will go into visualizing who I want to be. and who I already am. And so I will picture myself speaking in a TED Talk conference and being so confident and feeling every bit of that confidence. And I will just picture myself in my future home holding my partner's hand and saying, we did it. I can't believe we did it. And the other one would be to do volunteer work. I love doing volunteer work, so I'll just be so happy at giving back to the community that I am also building. And then just being in love with my partner. There's also travel involved, and so I'll visualize all of those specifics. And the last one is to just pray and start with gratitude and thank God for everything that He's given me. And then I'll make my request. I'll submit my request to the Lord.
Ask and you shall receive.
Yeah, so it lasts about 30 minutes and it's so powerful.
I love it. I just did a miniature version and I
saw
feel incredible. I love it.
Yeah. It's amazing. And you just wake up. But then see, ideas were coming to me too, like this morning, and I was like, oh my God, so excited, because I was like, well, how can I get there? Because your mind wanders too, and you're supposed to kind of like have as much control as you can, or like quiet it as much as you can, but like you can't help have these ideas flow to you during meditation. So
that's great.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
I know. So I was like, okay, well, that's another plus from it.
Cassandra! This is your certified bestie. If you didn't know before, you clearly know now. Find her on all socials. It's Certified Bestie on
Everything.
Instagram and TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty easy to find.
Yeah.
You are accepting new clients.
I am accepting new clients.
If you want to take the next step, walk into what you're supposed to be, Cassie will help you do that. There's no one better. There's no one better.
And there's no one better than living proof and just sharing all the knowledge. And I'm so happy and proud of you for taking this leap. And I'm so excited to see where this goes and all the things that you do. And you're one of the most generous and humble people that I've ever met.
Anyways.
I know you'll do great things. You're already a light in this world. So thank you.
Thank you, my Cass. I love you.
I love you.
Yay, we did it!